Well, it looks like I'm live. I hope. It has been a long time since I streamed, but we're going to give it a shot. See if I can get rid of some of this echo that is in my mic. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me and if everything is So I figured tonight I would play some games. I'm going to test out a solo Amina deck that I have been working on and just hang out. No grand plans besides that, so just waited a couple more minutes and then we'll jump in. I'm also going to give the Tabletop Simulator mod a run through to see how that works out. Haven't played with it very much, but I thought I'd give it a try over Octagon tonight, and if I struggle, then I'll just switch back to Octagon, because I know that one like the back of my hand. So yes, we're going to play some solo Amina tonight. It's been a while since I streamed. Looking forward to getting back into it. We are going to play some of the harder scenarios tonight. We're going to play Union and Disillusion, which I have come ever so close to beating a couple times now with this deck. And depending how things go, we will also play Before the Black Throne, which I have also come very close to beating. Although that one is a bit of a random shit show at the end, so it can be difficult to win that one. Even if you play very, very well, you can still just lose due to RNG, which is really irritating. So I am going to put, let me go grab the deck, and I'll put it in the chat so people know what I'm playing. Hopefully this all works out. So that is the deck that I am playing tonight. It is a solo Amina deck that I've been working on for, I don't know, a couple of weeks at this point, I think. And it uses the Astronomical Atlas, is that what it's called? And Grizzly Totem to draw a bunch of cards. And to draw a lot of cards, and hopefully we will be able to pass circle tests. That has proven to be not too difficult, although if you botch one, generally it's game over because you don't have enough goodies to pass a second one. Hi Dana, welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Yeah, so the combination between the Astronomical, what's a thingamajig, and Grizzly Totem draws you cards, and then you boost the number of skill icons. This deck plays a ton of skills. I think I've got 14 in there, although I think I probably should take out the Ghastly Possessions at some point, simply because you can't commit them to circle tests, which is really unfortunate. So you end up with them stuck in your hand and waiting around for things to attack you. This particular deck uses Sin Eater and Blood Pact. I tend to hit up Blood Pact quite a bit, especially when I'm playing before the Black Throne, because there are so many willpower skill tests in that particular scenario. And if you fail those skill tests, then you end up, usually the cards end up surging. And yeah, it gets, the game can get out of control pretty quickly if you're having a lot of surge in the treachery deck. So we're going to see how this goes. I haven't used the tabletop simulator mod all that much. So I am hoping that this will work. There we go. There's camera 2. So we have the Miskatonic River, of course, and Forbidding Shore. I should go get Amina and bring her up here to see how we do. And so I think I'm going to draw my opening hand and see how we do. Actually, we need to put 2 of these out, I believe. So let's shuffle those up. And throw that one over there. That one ended up in my hand. So we've got our 2 unvisited isle locations. Of course, we can't go to those until we have passed the circle test on Forbidding Shore. The easiest circle test to pass, and then after that it gets progressively more difficult. A note about the weaknesses in this deck. I am sort of playing, I built this deck in order to sort of working backwards. I wanted to build a deck that could beat the tough scenarios, and then I'll work back and then see if I can actually build the deck if I gain enough experience to do so. I did accept my fate, so I am playing with the Ace of Rods, which is actually pretty okay in Amina, simply because she can play it for a doom for free and then sack it on the same turn to get that action back, and then +2 to all of her skills. The other so that means I had to take the tower, which also works out pretty well in Amina, simply because she can play the tower for 1 doom and a resource and get it out of her hand pretty quickly, which is fantastic. My signature, I've got my signature weakness, and my basic weakness I decided to play around with, excuse me, I decided to play around with Ectoplasmic Horror, which is absolutely awful in Amina because she doesn't use any of her arcane slots. So if I get that and I'm not prepared, I'm basically drawing 3 tokens every time I try to attack or evade the thing. Hence I have Explosive Ward in the deck to deal with that. I'm not crazy about Explosive Ward because it really doesn't do enough damage against every other enemy, but it does kill the Ectoplasmic Horror. And even Spectral Razor, as amazing as Spectral Razor is, struggles to deal with the Ectoplasmic Horror, especially when it's drawing 3 tokens a turn. Adding Amina's willpower to her combat only gets you to 6, and I've had a few occasions where the Ectoplasmic Horror is drawn like -4, -8, and I just haven't been able to kill it, and then the game spirals out of control from there pretty rapidly. So hopefully we won't see any of the weaknesses, but I think I'm due. I've had quite a few games where I haven't seen the Ectoplasmic Horror, so I'm probably due this game to deal with one. So let's draw our opening hand and see how we do in this one. There are 16 tokens in the Chaos bag, 3 skulls, and 2 tablets. The 2 tablets coming from Accepting My Fate, and the extra skull from the Black Book, which can come in quite handy in this scenario because it gives you +1 willpower and +1 intellect, which is fantastic when you're trying to do circle tests. So let's see how we do here. Is this going to go in my hand? Nope, I just moved the whole deck. Goes to show how much I use this program. All right, let's try this again. All right, so we end up with Deafening Silence, which is our weakness, which we're going to get rid of. The Astronomical Atlas, which is awesome. Guts, Ward of Protection, and Grizzly Totem. Well, I've got 2 of the 3 things I want. So let's get rid of that. And we get a second copy of Guts. Now, I don't need that much Guts. I don't need the Ward of Protection right now. We need Guts. We'll need 1 Guts to pass the first circle test. And so I'm going to... Actually, I'm going to pitch both of the Guts because I want to see if I can get... All right, so we ended up with a Ghastly Possession, which is of no help right now because we don't have an asset we can use. We've got Explosive Ward, which is... will do 2 damage to something because that's how many arcane slots that Amina has empty, and Deny Existence, which will prevent an attack, which is good. So let's see how this goes. I've had some pretty close games. I haven't beaten it yet, which is unfortunate. I think the deck, I think I might need to change the deck around a little bit to get a little bit more combat in it. But let's see how it goes. So we will, I'm used to putting little green tokens on my person, but we're going to give this program a try. So let's do our first, whoops, that wasn't right. Let's shuffle that up again. All right, so first action, I am going to play, let's play the Astronomical Atlas for free, for a Doom. I'll put the Doom on here. We will move it over with Sin Eater at some point. And then we're also going to play the Grizzly Totem for 3. So we've got 2 resources left. Let's do the Astronomical Atlas. So let's see if we can do this. And we will stack a card underneath it. There's our sickle. So we need to do a... we're going to need to do a combat skill test in order to commit that to a skill test and pass it so we can get that back, which that might be a little tough, but there are plenty of enemies around in this one, so we'll go from there. I'm going to exhaust Sin Eater to move the Doom over off of the Astronomical Atlas. And let's see, Amina has 1 action left. Oops. Okay, flip those over. So we've got 1 action left, and I think what we'll do is we will move down to Forbidding Shore. What that thing is or why it's in my way, but all right. Okay, so let us go. Now, why is this thing on this screen? Oh, interesting. Goes to show how much I use this program because I've got a window up and I don't know how to get rid of it. I'll just stuff it over there. All right, so we have done our first turn. Get rid of that. Huh. Okay, so what did I do to get this little... What did I push to get this thing? Bear with me for a second while we deal with it. Oh, F9, is that the... Hi, Kodab, how are you? I am giving the tabletop simulator mod a shot, and I am struggling here all of a sudden because I have a stupid thing that I don't know how to get rid of. Huh. Well, I am playing a solo Amina deck, and somehow I ended up with stuff on my screen. I don't know how to get rid of it. I've got red square, blue rectangle, green triangle, and a thing that wants to create decals. How do I get rid of that? If anybody knows how to get rid of the decal creator, let me know, because it's... All right, so we will go to upkeep, and we get our weakness, deafening silence. Did we shuffle this deck? Let's look. I feel like I didn't shuffle this deck. Oh. How did I do this? Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. All right. So how does this look on the screen? Let me see here. Okay. Yeah. All right. We're looking okay. All right. So let's put this back because I don't think I shuffled the deck. Shuffle this out. Okay, draw a card. All right, we got an unexpected courage. So we'll go up here. We have 4 of 8 doom in play. So we're going to add a doom. So we now have 5 of 8 doom. And we will go to get an encounter card, which is going to be Eager for Death. Eager for Death, Revelation, test 2 willpower, increase the skill test difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. If you fail, take 2 horror. All right, so we're going 3v2, or we take 2 horror. Do I want to commit anything to this? I don't think I'm going to, because I want to keep all my skills to pass circle tests. So we will draw a -1 and we pass. So yeah, a good start. All right. We managed to survive our first turn. We do need a way, however, to get these clues, or clue. So 3v1, and then we need to pass the circle test, which is either willpower or intellect 3. No, oh, there is a haunted effect. You must either lose 1 action or lose 2 resources. Okay, so I think we're going to investigate. We're going to go 5v3. We get a skull, which I believe is -2. If I remember correctly, yeah, -2. And if it's a circle test, then I have to redraw everything. So we managed to pass. So we will take this clue. So we have one clue, and that was our first action. We also want to hit up our astronomical atlas. Yeah, there we go. So we have a grizzly totem, which is an agility skill icon. But now we need to pass a circle test, which we don't really have the goodies for at the moment. This doesn't really work that well, does it? So how are we going to pass this? We could hit up Blood Pact with our second action. That would put us at 6v3 and then move the Doom as our final action. So that is a possibility. So let us give that a try. So the circle test is 3 willpower. So we're going to add a Doom to Blood Pact to go 6v3. And I don't have any combat or agility skill icons I want to commit. So we're just drawing a token. Token is a skull. That's a -2, and we have to draw another token, which is a skull, which is a -2, and we have to draw another token, and that's a -3. So yeah, we failed that test by quite a bit. I'm going to exhaust Sin Eater to move that Doom over, and then I'll use my last action to get rid of this Doom off Sin Eater. There's a neat helper. Oh, is there? Let's see here. Well, I will have to play around with that another time, because we'll just have to remember. Okay, so that was all of our actions. We investigated, we tried the circle test and failed, and then cleaned the Doom off Sin Eater. So we will go to Upkeep. We draw our Word of Woe, which is one of our signature events. I really don't like Amina's signatures. I don't know, I just never have been able to get them to work very well, especially the whole, like, if one is in your discard pile, bring it back to your hand. Yeah, you can shuffle the other one into your deck sort of thing. I don't think I've ever been able to do that. But maybe other players have had some success with it. We have to go add a Doom. So there is 5 of 8. There is... how do I get rid of that Doom? Where is that Doom coming from? It says there's a Doom in play, but... I'm gonna do that. Okay. All right, so we go 5 of 8 Doom. We draw an encounter card, which is going to be Ancient Evils. So we lose a turn, basically. 6 of 8 Doom. We're going to need to draw some cards here, I think, because we just don't have the cards we need to pass a circle test. Although next turn we can just hammer away if we want. So let's try, oh, we get our second signature. Well, that's no good. Let's try again. We get the Ace of Rods, which we could play and give us +2 on our circle test. And let's draw a third card. We're taking our time here. We get Ward of Protection, which is no help either. So let's hit this one up. We get the Black Book, which is good. Okay, that sets us up for next turn. We can probably pass the circle test. Between the Black Book and Blood Pact, we can probably do it. We get a Guts. Well, now we can definitely do it. And we will go up here. So there's 7 of 8 Doom now. And our encounter card is going to be the Spectral Hound. Yikes. Didn't want to see that guy quite yet. Spectral Hound, 2 combat, 3 health, 1 agility. Monster Spectral Prey, lowest agility. Hunter Retaliate. After Shadowhound attacks, you resolve each haunted ability on your location and he deals a damage. So we're going to have to try to evade this guy for the time being. I would really like to... Well, we do have the Explosive Ward. We could try to blow him up and then kill him. But it only deals 2 damage, which is a bit of a problem. I do need to get rid of that guy because he will definitely make it very difficult going into the end game if we can get that far, mind you. So I think I'm gonna man. Yeah, let's explode him. So we're gonna go, we'll deal 2 damage to him with Explosive Ward. That's going to cost us 2 resources. Now we're going 3v2. Let's hit up the... what did I just do? Got rid of my Atlas somehow. Alright, well we know we've got it. So we get another Atlas. And no help there. Do we have any combat skill icons? The black, well, we've got the Ceremonial Sickle. That would put us at 4v2, 5v2 with the totem. Okay, so let's do that. So our first action, we exploded him. Second action, we're going to try, we'll commit the Ceremonial Sickle. We'll hit up the Grizzly Totem to go 3, 4, 5 v2. Chaos Bag says -2. We succeeded, so we get to take the sickle into our hand and we get to kill this guy. Awesome. Okay. That was our first 2 actions. I think you dealt it to the red player. I will go find my Astronomical Atlas here. Where did it go? It's somewhere. Oh, yeah, there it is over there. Goes to show when you don't use a program very much. I figured I'd give it a try to see if I can actually stream with this thing, but it's definitely a little bit unusual to be streaming and playing with the this way. So thank you, Daniel, for finding my Astronomical Atlas. It was going to be a rough game. Okay, well, we now can try to pass a circle test. So what we're going to do, since we're in the witching hour, we're going to commit the black book. We're going to hit up Blood Pact. So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 V3. We get a -1, so we pass the circle test, and I get to take the black book into my hand, which is very nice because we can use that later to pass circle tests. And so, oh, I guess the braziers are supposed to be all lit on these, so let's go get some fire. I just need 2 of them. So the brazier on that one is now unlit. And that was our third action. So we've passed the first circle test. However, it's taken us, we had to spend a whole turn drawing, which is not ideal. So we are going to be advancing this turn. Fortunately, advancing is not the end of the world. So we will add a doom and we will advance. So the powerful gale sweeps through the island from its center, and the spectral pillar marking the site of the lodge's ritual suddenly bursts outward. Dozens of specters in phantasmal shapes fly across the treetops and weave through the woods. You will never forget their shrieks, like hundreds of death cries sounding at once. With a final surge of power, oh no, what's going on here? Come on. I need this one. There we go. All right, so we shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. And we check the missing persons. When I played through, I don't think I've actually played the prologue to this in ages, but when I did play the second scenario at Death's Doorstep, I did manage to recover all of the clues from the missing person. So that is, we're fine there. So we will shuffle this back into the deck. And so that was that. So we've got, let's reset our doom. And we have to draw an encounter card, which is going to be, oh, this guy, the Nether Mist. This guy, I had this guy in a previous game. He is such a pain in the ass, man. Oh man. The Nether Mist, 3 fight, 4 health, 3 evade, monster spectral. He is aloof and hunter, and the Nether Mist's location gains hunted. Nether Mist attacks you. We can't really kill the Nether Mist at the moment, so we are not going to worry about him. We're just going to have to try to ignore him for the time being. Let's see. This we'll ready that. All right. So on our astronomical atlas, I am looking for this. We'll have to look for that. I'm going to put these up here. Oh, that is my real astronomical atlas. This is these. Oh, no, that's my other one. Oh, this is supposed to be on there. Okay, so I've got my astronomical atlas and a grizzly totem. I'm just going to put those up there to keep them out of the way. All right, so I think what I want to do... Did I even do the upkeep? I thought I did. All right, so we drew the ectoplasmic horror during upkeep. Oh man, that's gonna probably kill us. 2 health, 2 combat, 2 evade. Monster Geist, Investigator only, Hunter. The first time you reveal Chaos token while attacking or attempting to evade ectoplasmic horror, reveal an additional token for each empty arcane slot you have. I have 2 empty arcane slots, so I'm revealing 3 tokens. This will probably kill me. I do not have... I mean, I could take an attack of opportunity to play the sickle and try to take him out. Man, that's going to be tough. How many resources do I have? 4. Well, we're going to have to do it, I think. Let's hit up our astronomical atlas first. Let's see. What do we get? Promise of power. Okay. That is definitely helpful. So that would give us 4. If we take an attack of opportunity, we'll take a horror, and then we can try to sickle him down. I think that's what we've got to do. Okay, so we will take an attack of opportunity to play the sickle. I think I'll just play it the hard way because we're going to have to add a ton of doom here, or we're going to have to hit up Blood Pact as it is. So now we're going to attack this chump. So we're going to go 4. We're going to exhaust the sickle to go 5. We're going to commit the promise of power, and we're going to use the Grizzly Totem to add another thing. So we're going 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm even going to hit up this thing for a doom to go 13 V2 because I've got a... Yeah, I did the... I forgot to do upkeep, so I advanced the act and then I did my upkeep. Eye of Braille. So I mixed it up there, but I think we're back where we should be. Because during my upkeep I drew the ectoplasmic horror, which we're now trying to kill. So we're going 13 V2, but we need 3 tokens. So first token is a -2. Of course, we get an auto fail, which, man, oh man, that is rough. So that was fun. 13 V2, and we draw an auto fail to fail that skill test. So that was our first 2 actions. We might as well try to kill him again. So we're going to go 4 V2 with the sickle. I think I need to add a doom to the sickle too. I guess we're gonna hit this up again, because unless we kill this one, yeah, the ectoplasmic horror is, I would say, one of the worst weaknesses in the game if you're not ready for it. Like, it can... I could choose to... I could remove a doom from the sickle if I kill the enemy. So that is something good. So what are we going at here? We are going 4, 5, 6, 7, 7 V2. But 3 tokens is like brutal. So... that is a -2, I think. If I remember correctly. No, that's a -3. So we're 7 V2 and we're -3. -7. -9. Okay, so that fails. Okay, so we go to the enemy phase. The ectoplasmic horror hits us for another horror. Yeah, that's the problem. It's the sickle is a liability now because I need to. I can do it next turn. No, you're right, Daniel. It needs to be ready so I can deal the 2 damage. That's the problem. So let's upkeep. I think this game is, unless I can, like 13v2, drawing that auto fail is pretty much going to be really tough to get out of this situation. I mean, I did have the explosive ward in my hand, but I used it to kill the Spectral Hunter, which I shouldn't have done in hindsight. Well, we might as well move a Doom. Might as well have moved a Doom over there to Sin Eater. Let's go and add a Doom. And we'll draw an encounter card, which is Fate of All Fools, which does nothing until we draw the next one. Okay, back to killing the Ectoplasmic Horror. Let's hit up our Astronomical Atlas. See if we get, well, we get a Perception. That's not going to help us right now. So we will exhaust the sickle. I think in all the games I've played where I have drawn the Ectoplasmic Horror, the only time I have managed to kill it is with the explosive ward. I don't think I have. I think one game. There was one game where I managed to draw enough. I drew like a 0, a +1, and something else that I managed to kill the guy. So we're going to add another Doom. We're just going to Doom out at this point. We're either going to Doom out or we're going to die. So we're going 4/5 with the Ceremonial Sickle. 5v2. Do I have... So Sub-Zero Joe, you would hit it lightly at first and then go big on the second onwards. No, but I think you're misinterpreting the Ectoplasmic Horror's text, Sub-Zero Joe, because it's every time you attack, you're drawing, like, unless you're drawing multiple tokens, each time you draw a token, you have to draw extra. At least that's the way I interpret it. So if I was using somebody like Olive and drawing multiple tokens, then it's only the first token that you would draw is the one that gets, you draw 2 extra. But every time you draw a token with this guy, you've got to draw 2. Now, maybe I've misinterpreted that, but that's what the text seems to say to me. So 5v2, I guess I could commit Defiance. I don't think it matters. Let's call Tablet, because that's a -3. Yeah, I know, Daniel. I was looking on forums to find out like what the exact ruling is on Ectoplasmic Horror, but the way I read it, it's like if you draw 1 token when you attack or evade it, you draw extra depending on how many empty arcane slots you have. It's only if you're drawing more than 1 token, those ones don't get duplicated. So we're going to... So we're at 5. We're going to call Tablet with Defiance to go 6/7. We're going to hit up this. We might as well, because otherwise we're dead. 8, 9, 10 v2. That's a -2. That's a -3. So we're 10 v2 and we're already -5. Yeah, we did it. We killed the Ectoplasmic Horror. We did it. We only have 4 Doom in play, and we were only -5, 6, 7, but we were 10 v2, so we passed by 1. Okay, so he's dead. That was our first action. Okay, now we have some serious Doom issues to deal with. Okay, let me check here. So we've got 6 of 10 Doom, which gives us a couple turns. So let's move something to Sin Eater. Let's move one of those. Maybe we get another enemy we can kill and get rid of the Doom on that one. Yeah, Amina can hit some pretty high totals. This deck has a lot of skills in it too, so she can get quite high if she needs to. I mean, you've got to pass a 20 circle test at one point, and I think the other night I passed it handily. So thanks, Defiance. Defiance is a card that I haven't played very much with, but it's really good in this particular campaign, I'd say. So now we have a bigger issue. That doesn't matter. So we're going to move down here as our second action. And let's see. Okay. Unvisited Isle, moss-covered steppes. Ah, this is my worst one. Circle test. Combat and agility 10 to explore the mossy steppes. If you succeed, you may light or unlight the brazier at the top. Haunted, your next move action this round costs 1 additional action. Okay, well, we're not planning to move. Oh, man. Combat agility, though. All right, well, we have 2 clues we need to discover, too. Can we get the clues? We have a perception. We have no way of getting an extra clue, though, which is unfortunate. But we do have a perception. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to have to let the black book go. I'd love to play it, but... So we're going to go 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7v4. We get a 0, so we get a clue. Which is good. And that's going to be our turn. But we do get the perception back to our hand, and we get a card, which is good. Which is, oh, now I draw my Drawn to the Flame. Okay, so we go to the enemy phase. This monster moves down, so the Nether Mist shows up. So of course, we'll draw that Treachery that completely hoses us and triggers haunted effects, and then we'll get 2 haunted effects off the deal. Let's go up here. We will add a Doom. There's 7 of 10 Doom, so we're going to have to use an action to clear Sin Eater sooner than later. But we can move some more Doom. We'll upkeep. We draw Spectral Razor. That would have been nice against the bad guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Somehow I have 10 cards in my hand. So let's get rid of some. Ghastly Possession we'll keep. We're going to throw Word of Woe into our discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We need 1 more gone. Oh, that's a toughie. I really like my hand. The The Ace of Rods is so good, though, on the last test. I think I'm going to toss both of her signatures, unfortunately. I like everything else, which is saying something when you're tossing your investigator signatures in the garbage. So we added the Doom. Doom on agenda set to 2. Okay, so we draw our encounter card, which is another Fate of All Fools. Well, that's 2 direct damage, unfortunately. I'm not adding any more Doom because we have a bit of a Doom problem. Okay, so we want the second clue. We want to pass the circle test, and we want to get rid of the Doom. We can wait one more turn on the Doom, I think. So let's, before I forget, let's rotate that. Come on. Throw that there. Let's hit up our Astronomical Atlas for a card, which is our Read the Signs. Okay. That has willpower and intellect. We want that clue. So we could use perception. And the other atlas. Okay, so we're going to commit perception and the other atlas, and we will hit up our Grizzly Totem. So we're going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 V4. And we get an Elder. Okay, that's good. We get an Elder Sign, which means we can move a Doom. So we'll move this Doom over to Sin Eater. We get the the Astronomical Atlas back to our hand. We get a card from the Perception, which is another Drawn to the Flame. However, we did get this clue. Okay, now how do we pass the circle test? Combat agility. We have, that was our first action. So we have 2 actions left, one of which can be to clean the Doom off Sin Eater. Or we could wait a turn and move the Sickle Doom over there too and clean that off as well. Combat, we don't have a ton of combat, unfortunately. Certainly not 10. So maybe we move. Maybe we leave this circle test until we can find a better one. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Okay, so we're gonna go here. Second action, we move over here to the... This is the Unvisited Isle. Hello, DMC Andrew 90. Welcome to the stream. Glad you could make it. Unvisited Isle test. Oh my god. Intellect and agility. Again, my worst. Another bad pair, but at least I have more At least I have more intellect than I do combat at the moment. Haunted, you must either discard an asset you control or take a damage. Okay, that's fine. We have one action left. Now the question is, do we clean off the doom now or do we wait another turn? We're going to go to 8 out of 10. So I think we wait one more turn and move the doom from the sickle to Sin Eater and then clean that way. So let's play one of our Drawn to the Flames to draw an encounter card, which is the Psychopomp's Song, which does nothing at the moment. Oh, it surges. That's not good. Of course it does. When you would take one or more damage, you take an additional 2. So that one surges into Crypt Chill. Okay. We commit Guts, so we go 5v4. Do I have anything else? Five v4. I can go 6v4, or I could just cancel it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to cancel that one. All right, we'll just get rid of that, but we do get these 2 clues. All right, so we've got 5 clues, so we can advance whenever we want. All right, so what did we do? We grabbed a clue, we moved and played that. Yeah, so we're done. We've done all the things. Enemy phase, the Nether Mist moves over to us. Again, not causing us any issues at the moment, but not good either. We'll go to Upkeep. We get Prophesy, which is awesome. Huge. We'll need that for a test for sure. Book Agility. Okay. So we go up. So we add a Doom. We're at 8 of 10 Doom, but we're going to clean Sin Eater next turn. We draw an encounter. Now here we go. So we get Realm of Torment. So we have to resolve the Haunted ability on our location. And then test 3, which is bad because we've got multiple things here. So we have to discard an asset you control or take a damage. I only have 3 assets. The totem could go because I can get a totem back. Yeah, that was the one to cancel for sure. I think it's got to be the totem. So, and then we get attacked. Nether Mist is going to hit us for a damage and a horror. So when we would take 1 or more damage, we take 3 damage, but we'll play Deny Existence to cancel that. And that's that. So at the end of our turn, we have to test Realm of Torment. Okay. We've got the clues. Now can we pass a circle test here? It's a 9, eh? Intellect and agility. All right. Well, there's a ton of doom in play. So we'll commit Prophesy and the Grisly Totem. Actually, let's wait on that. Let's see what our Atlas grabs us. Atlas gets us a Guts, which isn't much help at the moment. Yes, the song is discarded. Thank you. So Prophesy is going to have 3 wild skill icons. So we're going 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 11, 12. I think that's about as good as we can do. 12v9. Chaos bet. You. Of course. Well, we can still pass it. That's only -2. So we're 10v9. Take that. Take that, skull. All right, we passed the circle test. Even though we drew a skull, which is amazing. Okay, so what goes? Everything gets discarded. All right. That was our first action. Now, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to advance because that will give us our next circle test. And we can... oh, I committed that. I get the Grisly Totem comes back to my hand. We are going to rotate the Sin Eater to move this Doom. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, we have to see if we can get rid of this Realm of Torment, though, because that's going to really cause us nightmares. We do that. We're going to clean Doom off this turn. So let's advance the act. Because that gets us, I believe it gets us our ally. So we spend 3 clues. Well, I need 2 clues back, thank you. All right. All right, so we venture deeper and deeper into the overgrown woods, a timid voice in the back of your mind urging you to flee this place and never return. The dark mist becomes so dense you can hardly see anything. You shout for any of your companions, but there is no response. Just the sway of dying branches in the wind and the thump of your heart pounding in your chest. Each investigator must randomly choose one of the set-aside unvisited isle locations and put it in front of them. So we'll shuffle this, grab 1, which we'll put over here, and we move to it. Okay, so it is Unvisited Isle, Standing Stones Test, Willpower, and Intellect 10, and there are 2 clues. All right. What is our Intellect and... well, we've got Intellect, but we've got Willpower, but we may need that for something else. We do have a Guts up there, though. So that's good. Up on our astronomical atlas. All right. So we shuffle each of the story cards beneath the scenario reference card, deal 1 random to investigator. So I had chosen Penny as my investigator way back when. So I get the good Penny, which is nice. Whoops. So we get good Penny. So she gives us a +1 willpower, which is good, which will help us with the circle test. She also gives us 3 health, which is actually more important. And after we succeed on a skill test during a revelation effect, exhaust Penny White to grab a clue. So I don't think I've ever done that with her, but maybe this will be the game to start. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, I believe that's all the stuff we had to do for this. Yes. Okay, so that's done. So we just need 2 clues to advance, which basically just lets us, which brings out the Watcher, which I don't think we want to do yet. So do we try to go for the circle test first, or do we grab some clues first? Let's see what we're at. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, not great. Best we can do is 9, 10, 11, 12. I think I'll wait till next. Does waiting a turn help me? Kind of, because I can play the Grizzly Totem. Yeah, let's grab the clues instead. Another Crypt Chill. Oh, brother. Well, I'm going to commit the guts off the Astronomical Atlas. So we're going 3, 4, 5. We'll hit that 6, 7, 8. Another. Oh, that is the most beautiful Elder Sign I've seen. So we move the Doom off of, but we hit up Blood Pact, and then we get to move the Doom off Blood Pact to pass the Crypt Chill. We get the 2 clues off of this. Yeah, that was incredible timing. Incredible timing. All right, and then as our final action, we put our sins in order. That's a lot of doom. All right. We got a free Blood Pact out of that, and we managed to... Oh, and I passed. So the Guts comes back to my hand, and I get to draw a card. Can't forget about that. We get our Dowsing Rod, which... I'd rather have the Sickle right now, just in case we have to fight more stuff. But I believe that is our turn. So now we have to deal with Realm of Torment. So we'll commit the Guts to that. We're going to go 5v3. I think that's the best I can do. Or no, 4, 5, 6v3. I forgot I've got an extra from Penny. 6v3 -2, so Realm of Torment is gone. And we get another card from the... So we got our weakness, which gets reshuffled because there is no doom. that's fine. Yeah, so you can see how the deck is ideally supposed to work. You use the Atlas to get your stuff, which you then boost with Grizzly Totem, throw it back into your hand, and then play it again, which works out. Yeah, true. Well, no, it's not a revelation effect on Realm of Torment. It's a forced effect, so I wouldn't get the clue off Penny if I'd pass that, unfortunately. Revelation is only when you draw it, so. But that was a pretty successful turn. So we get Defiance. Oh, nice. Question is, do I save the Defiance for the big... oh, yeah, true. True, the Crypt Chill. That would have done it. Do I save the Defiance for the big circle test coming up, or do I hang on to it? We'll hang on to it for now. Okay, so we go up here. So why is it saying there is a Doom in play? Does that fix it? Because there shouldn't be any Doom in play. I don't think. I got rid of it all. All right, well, we will ignore that. I don't see where it's... Yeah, maybe. Oh, there it is. You sneaky little Doom, you. There was a Doom hiding under Sin Eater all this time. Okay, so we had a Doom. We were at 4 of 10. We draw an encounter card. Well, now we're at 5 of 10. So just speeding up the game. That's the second Ancient Evils. This is going to be rough. This guy moves over here during enemy phase. So we need 10, eh? Okay. All right. Well, we have a read the signs. Okay, so what we need to do is pass this circle test, move, and then pass the next circle test, advance, move to the Geist trap, pass the circle test there, kill the Spectral Watcher, and we win the game. Can we do all that? It's a good question. Can we do all that? All right, so we need to hit 10 somehow. So I think what we're going to do, first action, we're going to play the Grizzly Totem again. We're going to hit up our Atlas. It's our weakness, so we're going to draw our weakness next turn. We know that's coming, so we want no Doom on the table. Whoa, it's kind of tough to do that, though. So we're going to commit the read the signs. No, it's the next act. Technically, I could advance now. Actually, that might be a worthwhile idea, Daniel, now that you have got me thinking about that. If I advance now, the problem is that brings out the Spectral Watcher, and there's just no room to maneuver on this map. So pass the test. could commit a clue to drop it to 8. I think it's 2 clues. 2 clues, which would leave us with 2. Yeah, maybe we do that. Problem is, as soon as we advance, the Spectral Watcher comes out. Usually when I like to advance, I advance at the end of the enemy phase, so the Spectral Watcher gets dumped out and has to sit a turn, so I don't have to face him right away. Which means I'd have to pass the agility test like right away, which is tough. No, I think I've got to wait. I'm going to need to draw some cards, I think, to get enough to pass the next agility test. So we're going to commit that, the read the signs. Did I rotate the... All right, so let's do that. That gives us another icon. So we're going 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I need 2 more. 13. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, 13. Oh my god. Again, I was thought about committing Defiance, but I need the Defiance for the agility one, which is worse. -2, so 13 minus 2 is 11. Can we pass this? No. That's -2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that's a failure. Yeah, once you miss one of these circle tests, you're basically hooped. You just don't... You spend so many resources to try to pass it, and then you don't have enough to do it again. All right. So we grab the clues. Yeah, that was pretty harsh. If I had committed the Defiance, I would have passed, but I need the Defiance to pass the other one. Sort of doomed. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. 4, 5, 6, 7. I just don't have enough goodies to... So second action... I'm going to draw a card, which is going to be my weakness, which is fine. Third action, we draw another card to try to rebuild our hand, which is a perception. That'll help. But yeah. Yeah, this Eye of Braille, this is one of the toughest scenarios to beat. So I have beaten this scenario solo once with a deck that was built specifically to beat it, using the Red Gloved Man to basically jack my stats and pass the circle tests that way, and using what's that chance encounter to pull the Red Gloved Man. Chance encounter to replay the Red Gloved Man so I could pass multiple circle tests with that deck, I was able to pass like 2 circle tests a turn with my stats boosted. But yeah, the problem is in solo, like you just the difficulty of the test is just so high that as soon as you miss one, you just don't have enough to do it. Hi, Liam C45. This is Union and Disillusion from the Circle Undone campaign. We have had a hell of a game, and we are so we drew a bunch of cards, basically, is what we did. And that's going to be that. Enemy phase, the Nether Mist just sits there, doing nothing. Upkeep, we draw an Unexpected Courage. Okay, that might do it. But again, we got to pass 2 more circle tests somehow, which is the thing that... All right, well, it is what it is. So we upkeeped, we drew the Unexpected Courage. We are at 6 of 10 Doom. We are rapidly running out of time. Encounter card is going to... Oh, I can't take 2 direct damage. But I can't add a Doom either. Oh, that's rough. Well, we're going to take 2 direct damage. So we're at 4. Okay, so it's our turn again. We're rapidly running out of time. So we're at 7. Okay, let's... Problem is... Okay, well, we can add 3 more with Blood Pact. Okay, let's see what the Astronomical Atlas has in store for us. Oh, the tower is next. Oh, geez. Well, at least Amina can play the tower for a resource. And a Doom. That's about the best you can do. So we're going to draw the tower, which is not good. So we need to pass a test before we have to do that. So let's go... We're at 7. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 v10. -3. All right, so here's what happens. We passed, which means we get to draw the tower as our reward. That's a nice reward. Which means we can't commit cards to skill tests until we get rid of that. That's pretty much the entire deck, so we got to get rid of that. Toot sweet. But we did unlight the brazier there. Okay, so we did that. That was our first action. Second action. We play the tower for a resource. And a Doom. And then we use Sin Eater to move the Doom off the tower. So we got rid of the tower. That was our second action. Now we have to advance. So we'll spend 2 clues. Yeah, what we might have to do is use the extra clues to try to pass the agility one. Because I have the Ace of Rods, which will give us 2 to all of our ability score, all of our stats. So we'll be going 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 at the Geist Trap if we get that far. Okay, so we flip this. So we go get the Watcher. Let's go find our friend the Watcher. He comes up here. We shuffle Watcher's Grasp and all those nasty cards into the... So this comes here. Is that 3 cards or just 1 card? Where's the other one? There should be... There should be 2 more cards. Look here, see where the other 2 Watcher's Grasp cards went. Are they all in there, or did they just not go in? Yeah, there's only 1, so where are the other 2? Am I missing something here? Is that where they... No, they're not under... Oh, maybe they are. Oh, yeah, there they are. All right, you're right. Daniel knows everything about this program. I am just a noob when it comes to this thing. I don't know where it hides the cards. All right, do we have to shuffle and counter deck? Yes, we do. All right. So there's that. And we put the Geist Trap into play with the Brazier lit. Okay. So we'll go find that again. There's the Geist Trap. Okay, you come here, go down there. Okay, so we advanced. So now we have this one. So as a free triggered ability during a circle action, spend 1 clue to reduce the difficulty by 2. If each unvisited isle location in play is revealed and the brazier on each is unlit, advance. Okay, so that was our second action. We played the tower. Third action, we move back here to the moss-covered steps, and we'll try to do the circle test there next turn. And then we're going to have to try the Geist Trap and kill the Spectral Watcher, all in a couple turns. So we did the thing, we did the thing, and we did the thing. So we up enemy phase. Hi, Follomus. Actually, I really quite like Amina. Once you find a deck that works for her, she gets set up pretty quickly for a Mystic, which I like. It's just that this particular scenario is very hard in solo, so that's, I think, a bigger determination than Amina herself. Okay, so we did the upkeep. Oh no, we haven't upkept yet. We moved and moved the enemy. So we upkeep, we draw, we draw Prophesy. That will get us through an agility skill test. Now, how much Doom is in play, though? That's the question. Six, seven, 8. So there's going to be 9 Doom in play. 9 of 10 Doom in play. But we can clean Sin Eater next turn to get rid of it. Let's draw a card. Oh, you son of a... Ah! Boo. What a shitty way to lose the game. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. How big is the deck? 30 plus cards, 35 cards, and I draw the one that kills me. Oh well, we tried. We tried. Well, let's assume we didn't draw that card I just want to see if I can pass this this skill test here. Or this circle test. So we need combat and agility 10. Now, I don't know if I would have been able to pass this or not, but let's see. So we would have done the astronomical, which gets us a dowsing rod, which is no help. So we're going 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Call Skull to prevent us from having any skulls. And we passed. Okay. So we did pass that. We would have passed that circle skill test. And then we would have... we could have played the Ace of Rods to try to get us through the Geist Trap, but unfortunately, we died before all of that happened. So we came close. I have been closer. I have actually gotten to the closest game I've had. I was 1 damage away from killing the Spectral Watcher, and there were just too many enemies on the table. So I am going to play another one. I am going to play Before the Black Throne, which I have a love-hate relationship with. Does anyone know how I reset the table? I don't want to flip it. I just want to reset it. Is there a way to easily reset the table? Or do I just choose this again? I am using the Super Complete Edition 3.0, which, as far as I know, was the last update, but there could have been another one since then. This is a couple weeks old, so. All right, so Amina went down to defeat. That was very close. Let me see how we're doing over here. Oh, it looks pretty good. Don't see any streaming errors so far, which is nice. All right, now I'm going to need the book for this one because I always screw this one up when I'm setting it up. So let me go get Amina. This one, before the Black Throne, I thought I had actually beaten it once, but turns out I had not, because I can't read the cards. This one, I don't know. If you get lucky, you can win. If you get unlucky, you'll probably lose, which is not a great thing to say about a scenario, but I will post the deck again in the chat for those of you who are interested in checking it out. It's gone through a lot of different iterations. I'm still not quite happy with it, but it's getting there. On easy, no. I always play standard. Occasionally hard. I usually play standard just because hard is just adding worse tokens to the bag, so you just end up failing more skill tests. And once you sort of get... I think hard is okay. Once you get, like, if you try to play expert, then you're really just building decks that completely mitigate drawing from the bag as much as possible. So it's really just yeah, you're playing a different kind of deck that just doesn't want to draw from the chaos bag if at all possible, because it's so awful. All right, before the Black Throne, let's get this one going here. All right, I do need to easy two-handed, and you still get destroyed, Liam C. Yeah, I mean, it's a challenging game. Occasionally, I play almost exclusively solo, and I do pretty well. Against harder scenarios, obviously, it can be like this one and Union and Dissolution. It can be pretty challenging. Does this remove the tokens, or now how did I create? Oh yeah, that's what I did. Whoa. So I need 2 of those, and I need 1 more of these. Just give me a second while I get set up here. The main challenges for Amina. I think Amina's kind of in a weird spot after the Scarlet Keys. I find that it kind of feels like at level 0 she's missing something. Like she doesn't have the hand slot she needs. Out on the right, the gear button on. Oh, the gear button. I see it now. Okay. Okay, awesome. I will have to look at that. Yeah, I found it really hard to sort of build a deck for Amina, because the card pool in the Scarlet Key is sort of going in 2 different directions. You have the whole Doom angle, and then you've got the whole not using arcane slots angle. And I don't think those 2 mesh particularly well. I started to do a lot better when I switched to, I used Grizzly Totem as the charm, and then just put a lot of skills in. I think Dowsing Rod is really good in her. I don't really like the Sickle all that much. I think the sickle really depends on the campaign you're playing. If you're playing a campaign with a lot of 3 health enemies, I think it works better. But as soon as you hit 4 health enemies, it gets really kind of... the sickle starts to become a real liability. No, I don't want clues. So I need to do this. Yeah, I've wanted to try a Dream Diary Amina deck. That would be, that was one of the other ones I was looking at. So this one goes here and this one goes here. Now, the setup on this one is kind of weird because you have to draw your opening hand before you do the other stuff. So let's put that there and shuffle this up. Let's draw our opening hand first. Ah, look at all the weaknesses. Let's get rid of those. Okay, so we got the Atlas, which we're keeping. The Sickle we're definitely not keeping because we're never going to fight the Mindless Dancers. So we'll mulligan that. We'll keep the Unexpected Courage. Keep Drawn to the Flame. Get rid of Ward. Okay, it's okay. Spectral Razor and read the signs. Okay, we got our clue stuff, which is what we need. Clues are super important in this scenario if you haven't played it. Is Sin Eater required? Initially, well, you've got a couple of options. You can play El Rubash, which allows you to stack your Dowsing Rod and Sickle on L, and then use her ability to keep the Doom low, or you can play Sin Eater. I haven't tried the L version. I found that if you're using Blood Pact, Sin Eater is really important because you need a way to dump all the Doom that you're putting on Blood Pact. So Sin Eater is basically a 6 XP tax on the deck. It's a really good card. You just have to realize that it's not a cure-all. Like if you get a little too greedy and put a little too much Doom on the table, Sin Eater can take 1 a turn, but it can't really do much more than that. So I have found in this particular, like when I started playing before the Black Throne, I found I was hitting up Blood Pact almost every turn at the beginning just to survive. And then once L gets set up, or once Amina gets set up a little better, then you can do okay. But yeah, you'll see it. So let's put out our space, the empty space. So all this empty space comes out of your deck, which is one of the reasons that I'm not a huge fan of this particular scenario sometimes, because your goodies can end up in space. And I looked at the Abyssal Tome. I feel like you sort of need to have... The Abyssal Tome is a card where you need to sort of leave the Doom on it if you want to deal a lot of damage. And I mean, maybe I'll have to try it out, see how it works. All right, we're set up. So we begin here at the Cosmic Ingress. Our goal is to find the Hideous Castle, or whichever, the Abyssal Castle. It's one of these 2 locations. So basically, if you haven't seen this scenario, you have to just guess which of these 2 Cosmos locations is the one you want. If you get lucky, you get to keep going. If you don't, you have to go to the other one. And then it just gets sort of harder as the game goes on. You go from 2, trying to guess 1 in 2 to 1 in 3, and then 1 in 4. So it's a bit random. So we flip that. Amina comes out. I'm going to set, just going to set my cameras here so we can see everything. And then we'll get started. Yeah, the swarm cards are, that's, yeah, basically the same idea, right? Like anything that's taking cards out of your deck, you could potentially lose something important, at which point you're in trouble. Okay, I think we're ready to go. All right. Yeah, I do need to set my investigator number. There we go. All right, let's see how this goes. You can do it, Amina. We've come close. We've come so close to beating this one. All right, so first turn, I am going to play the Astronomical Atlas for free. Add a Doom. See, Amina is so, I mean, as far as Mystics go, like usually Mystics are really hard up for resources unless you get a lucky Uncage the Soul early. And Amina just basically gets to play a whole bunch of stuff, expensive stuff, for free, which is, or for a Doom, which you then get rid of, which is nice. So we got the Atlas. Let's draw a card, which is a Defiance. Okay, that's pretty good. Now the question is, do I want to read the signs for 2, or do I want to... God, Drawn to the Flame is like... So if you haven't, if you have or have not played this solo, Drawn to the Flame is like your win condition for the end of the game, because the Black Throne has 2 clues on it. So if you have a Drawn to the Flame in your hand, doesn't matter what the shroud value of that location is, you can play Drawn to the Flame and win. So I'm going to try to hang on to my Drawn to the Flame for as long as I can. There are 2 in the deck, so I can... So let's play Read the Signs. Let's get off to a quick start here. So first action was to play the Astronomical Atlas. We will play Read the Signs to go 6v2 for 2 clues. We get a -2. All right, so we have 2 clues. Now, third action, I think I'm gonna do my thing now. Move that Doom over there, and then third action, I'm gonna take the action on the Act deck, the Cosmos Beckons, spend a clue, draw X cards from the Cosmos deck, choose one to put it into play, and move to it. So we're going to spend 1 clue, and we are going to go shuffle these up. So we get Dancer's Mist. You must either connect to the right or lose 2 resources and connect to an adjacent location in the direction of your choice, which we want. So this gets shuffled back into my deck. This goes here. We move here. Now, after you move to Dancer's Mist, remove 1 resource from the scenario reference card to move to a connecting location. So I can't do that. I should put 5 resources on this scenario reference card, because that's what I figure I can get through a campaign, is 5. Now, I don't think I've ever actually used anywhere near 5. I think like most games, I end up using 2. How do I deal with the cultists? That's the problem. You hope that you get close enough to a cosmos. I was trying what's the card? Ethereal, what's the one where you can swap places with somebody, but it doesn't quite work that way in this. Yeah, the cultists, you just sort of have to get lucky and hope that they end up, either you don't draw them or you end up putting one, say, at the cosmos location, you get there right away and then you kill it, so the doom doesn't go on Azathoth. So that was 3 actions. We will upkeep. We get our second copy of Defiance. We will add a doom. 1 of 4 doom. Draw encounter. Jesus. Yeah, Ethereal Slip. I was trying to use Ethereal Slip. Unfortunately, the enemy has to be at a revealed location. So you can't... If you go to a Cosmos location and then draw a cultist, you can drop the cultist and swap places with it, which can get you a little bit of tempo back, but yeah, it doesn't quite work as well as I had hoped. So we're already at 2 of 4 doom thanks to an early Ancient Evils. So turn 2. Let's hit up the Astronomical Atlas. We're going to get our weakness, which means we want to clean Sin Eater this turn. Indeed, we want to clean Sin Eater this turn. Okay. So 3, so we'd be going 3v3. But we're in a good spot, so maybe we just spend another clue. Yeah, so first action, we're going to spend our other clue to grab another Cosmos location. It's the one that goes down, which is like, it's not the worst. So, Infinity of Darkness, you must either connect below or take 2 damage to connect to the bottommost revealed location in a direction of your choice. Remove 1 resource from the scenario reference card to move the placement of Infinity of Darkness once downward. So that's fine. Whoops. So this one gets shuffled. Hey, oh, maybe we're not drawing our weakness. So this goes here. And we move to it. Okay, so if this Cosmos location is the thing we want, happy day. If it's not, well, I think we're going to try to grab this clue, though, first. 3v2, 5v2. 0 gets us a clue. Yeah, I know. I'm hearing all about this gear icon in the corner. I'm unfortunately a TTS noob. Oh yes, we do have to clear Doom, don't we? Right, yeah, so that will make the third action very easy. We clean off the Doom. All right, no enemies in play. We draw Ward of Protection, which actually could be very useful. But we are going to end up in the Witching Hour next turn. So there is the Fate of All Fools, which I'm not going to cancel. And we go to the next turn. Okay, so now we have... We needed to add a doom. We're at 3 of 4 doom. So we can go nuts with doom if we want. So first action, we're going to go peek. Did I get lucky? I did get lucky. Oh. I did get lucky. Found the Hideous Palace on the first try. Forced at the end of the round, add clues to Hideous Palace until it has 4 clues. I need... Is it 2? 1 clue to advance. Okay. It's very tempting to use my Drawn to the Flame now. Very tempting. Let's see what the Astronomical Atlas has in store for us. How's it read the signs? Okay. And Defiance is awesome in this scenario because if you draw a tablet, Azathoth attacks you, and that's terrible. 3 damage and 3 horror right off the top is very painful. Can I grab this clue? I'd be going 3, 4, 5, 5v4. No, I think I've got to use my Drawn to the Flame, unfortunately. You suck. You suck. All right, well, there's a cultist there. Nothing I can do about that. I'm going to be adding a doom to Azathoth when the cultist commits ritual suicide. But I do get 2 clues. Oh, I had a clue. I didn't need to do that. Ah, shoot. Oh, well. All right. I forgot I had a clue from the Infinity of Darkness. I could have advanced. All right, so we're going to advance. So we go up here. All right, so we remove Cosmic Ingress from the game, shuffle each empty space into its owner's deck, and each location in play other than Hideous into the Cosmos. Take the set-aside core to the Great Old Ones, etc., etc., etc. Okay, so we do this. All these go back into my deck. Oh, right. He gets shuffled into the top cards, doesn't he? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so he doesn't commit ritual suicide. Take that. So top 5 cards. Okay, so that actually worked out pretty well. So we removed Cosmic Ingress, we shuffled the stuff. We have to put these locations back. So that goes there. This is out of the game. This goes there. This goes here. Amina goes here. And come here, clues. All right. So now we need... So now we need to grab the Court of the Great Old Ones. Yeah, that actually worked out better than I thought it was going to. Is this the one? No, that's the Black Throne. It's nice when they spawn all the clues, except when you don't want them to. All right, so top 2. Okay, so these go there, there, and there, I believe. 313, right? Okay, so this one's 1 down. Okay, there we go. All right, so we. Oh, what did I do? No. Oh, geez. What did I do now? That's a nightmare. There we go. I think I got it. All right. Oh, I cut it. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, and 3. All right. Well, now we have to guess 1 in 3. Okay. Flipped all those. Okay, so I moved. I grabbed 2 clues and I advanced. Okay. So it's still our turn. I have 3 clues, which is pretty good. So next thing, I'm going to spend a clue to try to get another location here. It's another Dancer's Mist, which is good. That's what we want. Dancer's Mist goes to the right. Oh, I forgot about that too. Right. Thank you for reminding me, Daniel, the encounter card. So I get an encounter card. Before we do that, I get an encounter card. And we can either add a doom, which is fine, I think, actually. Yes, it is. We will add a doom for Fate of All Fools. So that's okay. Yeah, that drawing an encounter card after you advance the act is rough. But it didn't hurt us this time. So we get Dancer's Mist. After you move to Dancer's Mist, remove 1 resource from the scenario reference card, move to a connecting location. So I am going to do that. I'm going to remove 1. To move here. Come on. Now not super lucky. What is this one out here? Okay, well, we'll just shuffle it into our deck. Maybe it was a... All right, so we got a really quick start. We advanced. We found the Dancer's Mist, which allowed us to move to the Infinity of Darkness. Unfortunately, that's not the location we need, so we have to go either up or down. That's 3 actions. No enemies on the table, but we are advancing this turn. We draw our second copy of Drawn to the Flame, which we're going to hang on to for dear life. So we go... We add a Doom. We reset. Now we get a Piper thing. So somehow you're not the only human here. They are but mindless husks. So each cultist commits ritual suicide. There are no cultists. Lead investigator must search the encounter deck and discard pile for demonic piping and draw it, which is terrible because demonic piping has surge. So let's go searching for a demonic piping. There's one. So we shuffle. Yeah, I hate the demonic piping. You get a demonic piping and then you immediately get another encounter card, even though it doesn't do anything. So we get another encounter card due to the demonic piping, which is the Terror in the Night, test 4 willpower. If you fail, we put it next to the agenda deck. If you fail by 3 or more, we gain surge. Basically, we just want to stop this from surging, so I'm going to put a Doom on Blood Pact, and we're going to go 6v3. I believe that's half the Doom on Azathoth, which is 0 to a minimum of 2, so we pass. Okay, so we're not even to the Mythos phase yet, unfortunately. We're not to the encounter card draw. Now we get to draw a real encounter card. Oh, which is Endless... Oh, that's okay. Mysterious Chanting is going to get us... Yeah, typically the Piper, Daniel, doesn't come out until, like... If I'm unlucky, he can come out in Agenda 2. If I'm lucky, I can usually wait till 3. Mysterious Chanting. Okay, I am going to grow. This might seem crazy. I have drawn Mysterious Chanting. I am going to go grab the Wizard of the Order. I know that might sound nuts, but I want him out on my terms, not the encounter deck's terms. Because if I have a Spectral Razor in my hand, I can kill him and save myself a ton of heartache. Because if he shows up in the wrong spot, man, oh man, it does not take long before you get completely hosed. And we do have a location. So he shows up at Dancer's Mist, and then we're going to go kill him this turn to keep him off the table. He gets a Doom, and we go to the next turn. Okay, we're going to hit up... We're going to hit up the thing, which gives us a Promise of Power, which is good. We are going to spend our first action. How many clues do I have? 2. We're going to spend our first action to move. We're going to engage this dude. We're going to spend our second action to play Spectral Razor. We're going to go 6v4. We're going to commit the Promise of Power to go 10v4. need to add a curse token. We're going 10v4. We get half the doom on Azathoth to -2. So we pass and we kill the Wizard of the Order. And we get the Promise of Power in our hand. And the Spectral Razor goes to our discard pile. So he is taken care of. How much doom do we have? We've got 1 on Blood Pact. One of 6 on Blood Pact. Pay for my Spectral Razor. Do we spend a clue? Or do we grab a clue? I am going to spend a clue. We're going to run and gun this one. Let's grab another Cosmos. Hopefully it's a good one. Dancer's missed. Lose 2 resources to connect to an adjacent location of our choice. All right, chat. Up or down? Are we going up or down? You let me know. We've got 2 unknown Cosmos locations. I have the choice of going up or down. Which way do I go? Up, 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 everyone says. All right, we're going up. All right. Does the chat know things I do not? I need to lose 2 resources for that. Now I think after you move to Dancer's Miss, move 1 resource to move to a connecting location. So we will remove another token to move up here. Liam says he knows nothing. Well, you got it. See, I'll never doubt the chat ever. Ever. The chat knows all. All right. We found the Court of the Great Old Ones. We need some clues because I deleted them all, of course. So that was I think this is probably the fastest that I have gotten to this stage. But we need 2 clues to advance. And I have 1. So we're going to need some clues. Seven v 4 is enough. Let's move that. We get a +1. Okay. So we grab a clue. So we have the 2 clues to advance. That was our final action. Oh, I need that. Yeah, that was a bit of a mistake on my part. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. Should have committed the read the signs so I could have gotten it back. Do we advance? Might as well. All right. We'll wait till the end of the enemy phase in order to advance, just in case some enemy comes out. We don't want them chasing us around. All right, so we remove Hideous Palace from the game, shuffle space into owner's deck, take the Black Throne in top 3, and then draw an encounter card. Okay, so this is removed from the game. Just give me a sec while I reset the board. So all those go into my deck. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Okay, so we shuffle that. We go get our Black Throne. Which is this one. And we're shuffling with top 3. Okay, what does this setup look like again? 3, 2, 3. 3, 2, 3. Right, okay. So let's go get some empty space. I think that 3. All right. And where do those things go? Top, bottom, and to the side. Top, bottom, and to the sides. This map is just big enough. All right. Amina shows up at the court. We've got our empty space. We've got our stuff set up. Move that further away so I don't mistake it. So now all we need to do is find the Black Throne and play our copy of Drawn to the Flame to win. But we have to guess 1 and 4, which is a little tough. So we advance during the enemy phase. We have to draw an encounter card still. I believe is the last thing we have to do, which we will do now. It is mysterious. Oh, that's bad. Well, I don't think there's much we can do about that. We're going to get a cultist. We're going to get a cultist, but at least it's not, we're not having to deal with the Wizard of the Order, but we are going to have to get a cultist, which we will put, I guess we'll put it up. The chat thought that the thing was up, so we will go up. Ooh, that is actually, yeah, that's a good idea. Thank you, Daniel, for reminding me I had a Ward of Protection in my hand. We will ward that. That solves that problem. Thank you very much for reminding me. All right, so we avoid having an extra doom on the table. Okay, so that was still during the enemy phase. Yeah, it's hard to say. I usually like to play ward against one of the demonic pipings. But I'm sort of ahead of the game at the time being, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we upkeep. We draw Word of Woe, which does nothing right now, which is pretty typical for that card. And we will add a Doom. 2 of 6 Doom on the table, and we will draw an encounter card, which is a piping. No, and that surges into this one, which actually is only the End is Nigh Revelation test to Willpower 1. Test gets plus X difficulty, where X is the current agenda, so it's agenda 2. So it's 3, which would mean we'd have to go get a cultist if we fail. Or no, we'd have to put a Doom on Azathoth if we fail. So I'm going to hit up my Blood Pact. This is what I meant about hitting up Blood Pact early to... Yeah, I really don't like Amina's signatures. I think they're probably the 2 weakest cards in this deck, to be honest. Occasionally I get some value out of them, but yeah, the lack of icons, like typically you wouldn't play Astronomical Atlas with cards that lack icons, because if the Word of Woe gets stuck on the Atlas, there's nothing you can do. But I just find I don't use them, so we're going 6v3, I believe, and we draw -1, so we pass that. Okay, let's move a Doom. We're going to want to move it. We're going to want to clean the Doom probably sooner than later. But we're going to need to get some... God, we're going 4. Okay, first action I'm going to draw. Actually, let's go back. Let's get a card on the Atlas. Oh, it's only 2. 3 or more Doom in play. Yeah, it's only 2 icons. Okay, first action I'm going to draw a card, which is a Guts, which doesn't help. I need to go 4. I'm 3. Three, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm going to risk it. We're going to take a big risk. We're going to read the signs off of the Atlas. We're going to call Tablet with Defiance so Azathoth doesn't attack us. So 3, 4, 5 V. Oh, that's not good. 5v4, that's not... no, we're not going to do that. It's not going to get us where we want. I'm going to draw another card. Prophecy of Power. Okay, that will do what I want. So we'll commit that. and read the signs. So now we're going 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8v4. That is a -2. We get to keep the read the signs, and we get a clue. So we drew 2 cards, grabbed a clue, and that's our turn. So now we can play read the signs next turn to get 2 more clues, and then just try to motor through and hope we guess right. No, Voland, I've changed my ways. I don't draw the autofail anymore, except at the most dire, except when I need to pass a test, then I draw an autofail. But so far I have been avoiding them, thankfully. So end of the turn. Enemy phase. There are no enemies. God, 2 pipings on the table, though. That is rough. Because when we advance, we're going to get the 3rd one. Yeah, I did add a curse token. There should be 2 in there. Yeah, there are 2. There are 2 curse tokens in there. All right. So we upkeep. We get our explosive ward, which, if we ever draw that ectoplasmic horror again, that's what it's going to get used on. We have to go add a doom. 4 of 6. Encounter card is this thing again. Okay, so we can add another doom for Blood Pact to go 6v3. We pass. Okay, we will do that. There's our dowsing rod. Okay. We want the dowsing rod. Well, do we want the dowsing rod? We need just enough clues in order to find the right one of these things. If we do that, we don't need the dowsing rod. So we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, I've actually I don't really have an issue with playing with the Doom. I mean, Sin Eater makes it a lot easier. I've tried playing this deck without the Sin Eater, and yeah, you just can't. Amina really needs to be able to play around with the Doom. So not having Sin Eater is basically like just. Yeah, I have played this one when we did the Iron Man, Daniel, in with Nate and Vase and Big Stupid Grin. I think we just Azathoth had like 10 Doom on him so fast it wasn't even funny. It's just like terrible. We're gonna play Read the Signs to try to grab 2 clues. So we're going 6v4. We might as well use the prophecy now because there's only 5 Doom in play. That's too bad. Still, it would get us 2 more. 6v4. 7v4. have anything else. I don't. I wish I could go. Yeah, I'm going to do this instead. So 6, 7, 8. V4 is better. -5. Oh, that hurts. Well, you get burned sometimes. That was my first action. I'm going to clean the doom before I forget. As my second action, and third action I'm going to spend a clue and go fishing. It happens. I don't draw. I gotta go down, which is terrible. Well, that's all right. We'll deal with it. It's only got 2 clues. It's only got 2. All right. So we move down to Infinity of Darkness. We can't do anything there. So hopefully the Black Throne is in one of the 2 bottom ones. That's all I'm hoping. All right, no enemies on the table. We upkeep. We draw Perception, that's good. We will 3 of 6 doom. And we will draw an encounter card. Oh, I forget what this one does. No doom on Azathoth. It gains Surge. Did I get rid of the... Oh, that's a good idea. That's a... looks like there might actually be 3 curse tokens in there now. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And rid of that. Thank you for reminding me. I didn't realize they didn't delete automatically. Okay. That's surged. Oh, Ultimate Chaos. Test 4. If you fail, attach to Azathoth. If you fail by 2 or more, take a damage in horror. If you fail by 3 or more, it gains Surge. Can I afford to hit up Blood Pact? Yes, I can. We'll add a doom to Blood Pact. So we're gonna go 6. I want to draw some cards. 7, 8. Free doom to Sin Eater, I guess. And we get to draw a card. We get another Perception. Okay, so we go to the next turn. Let's hit up our Atlas. There's our Grizzly Totem. Unfortunately, agility skill checks are few and far between. I'm going to commit first action. I'm going to commit the Dowsing Rod from under the Atlas and a Perception to go 3, 4, 5, 6 V2. Should be a clue on there. Get a -1, so we pass. We get our Onyx Pentacle. Okay. We haven't seen a Mindless Dancer yet, which is fortunate. We get to keep the Dowsing Rod. We get this clue. That was our first action. Second action, I'm going to play the dowsing rod for 1 and a doom on the rod, which I'm going to move to Sin Eater, and then I'm going to clean Sin Eater. Okay, so we've got our dowsing rod out, and we're ready to make for the finish line here. So that was all of our actions. What did I just do? No enemies on the table. We'll upkeep. We draw our Grizzly Totem. Okay, that's really good. That's super. We add a doom. We're at 4 of 6. We draw an encounter card. Ah, shoot. Ah, that's bad news. That's bad news. All right, so we get our Piper out. So if Piper of Azeroth is in play, no it's not. If there are 3 copies, discard them and spawn the Piper engaged. Well, I said there were no... and that's going to surge too, which is awfully painful. Well, we're getting the Piper out, which is not great. Yeah, I can hear it, Sub-Zero Joe. Fortunately, he's only got 2 agility. So I think at this point I might actually overwrite my Astronomical Atlas, to be honest, for the Onyx Pentacle, so I have a better way of evading. But we'll see. So he came out, that surges. The game wants to really play hardball now. All right. We get a Dancer, farthest space location. Probably this one. Now, one of the interesting things I noticed about... initially, I had put Onyx Pentacle in the deck because it lets you evade an enemy at a connecting location. So if the Mindless Dancers are chasing you, theoretically you can Pentacle to exhaust them. Unfortunately, according to the rules, empty space is not a location. So even if the Mindless Dancer is at your location, is an empty space, you can't evade them, which seems cruel. Seems unnecessarily cruel. All right, so we've got a Dancer. We've got the Piper. The Piper's going to start to hurt unless we get the hell out of dodge. We're going to need to put the Pentacle down at some point. How much Doom do we have to play with? 4. I can wait a turn, maybe. I can commit... I can commit the Grizzly Totem to go 4... Yeah, it is. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed when I saw that. It just makes this one harder. if I commit the Grizzly Totem, I'm going 3 plus Defiance would be 4. I can call Tablet to prevent Azathoth from kicking my ass. I could commit the other Grizzly Totem to go 5. I think that's what we got to do. We got to evade this guy. So Defiance and the other totem. So we're going 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. That's -5. Well, that... the curse tokens have definitely bitten me in the ass at the worst times. I'm taking 2 horror. Oh, now we're in trouble. There's no way we're killing this dude. Yeah, that could have been game right there. Ah, that's disappointing. We got off to such a flying start, and now we're... I should have saved that. Well... Do I try to evade 3v2 and likely fail? It's 4 of 6 doom. Yeah, I know. I know, Sub-Zero Joe. That was the wrong thing to ward. I usually play the ward against the piping to prevent the piper from coming out. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Danielle made a good point. I thought nuking the Doom would give me more time, but... Yeah, drawing the... That's the problem. Like, if you draw the pipers naturally, you're in bigger trouble than if you draw them one at a time. Because if you draw them one at a time, you're in Agenda 3, which is... Hopefully you're further along than I am. Okay, let's see if the... No, I'm going to draw the tower. Okay, that's... that's worse. Well, I think, given the circumstances, I am in very bad shape. So what we're going to have to do... We're going to play Onyx Pentacle and take an attack of opportunity. We're going to get rid of the dowsing rod. Oh, this hurts. We're going to have to take a Doom for it too. Whoops. Which means we're going to advance early. I take 2 horror. Then I'm going to have to just waste an action. Then I take another 2 horror during the enemy phase. This guy is going to go 1, 2. He's going to double hunt. Yeah, given my situation, the Onyx Pentacle is... I'm going to need it. I'm really going to only have like 1 shot, basically. if this bottom Cosmos location is the Black Throne, I might be able to win, which is crazy. But again, it's a 1 in 4. It's a 1 in 4 shot. But we have to evade the... we're going to have to get lucky with an evade here. Okay, so we did the stuff during the enemy phase. We'll upkeep. We draw the tower, which means we can't commit things. We go to... We're advancing. No cultists. We already did the Piper thing. We didn't get the Worn Crucifix. So we have to test 4 willpower. We'll take a damage and a horror if we fail. We will hit up. We will hit up our blood pact to go 6v4, which we pass. We draw an encounter card, which is a cultist, which hardly matters. We're going down, so... we got 1 shot at this. Otherwise, we are... Are we going to die? Probably. Yeah, we're going to die. All right. Let's see if Defiance can pull us out here. Oh, we can't. Can't. Cannot commit cards to skill tests. Commit a card. Yeah, I can't commit the Defiance. Well, it's my turn, so we're going to add a Doom to the Onyx Pentacle. We're going to go 5v2. The good news is all the curse tokens are out of the... No, if I exhaust him, I have a clue. I can buy a location. If I get the right location, I can go here and here. And then, do I die? No, I think I have enough health to survive. I don't think I have enough health to play. Oh no, if I get a location, that means the Mindless Dancer will only single hunt. And then... If I'm reading the Piper right, it's only at my location. So I really need some luck here, basically. So we're going 5v2. It all hinges on this Chaos draw. Here we go. -2. We pass. All right. The Piper is exhausted. Okay. Step 1. If this is the Black Throne... Ooh. That's true. I could have done that, couldn't I have? Yeah, that's true. I can do that. Okay. First action. We evaded the Piper. We spend our clue. Now we need this location to be the right location. No! No! So sad. Bottommost revealed location, a direction of your choice. Yeah. Oh well. We tried. We needed a whole bunch of things to go right. So that is our second action. We do not get to go anywhere. We can move away, in which case the dancer gets us. We're still alive, though. I thought you couldn't connect below. I thought you couldn't connect to these empty spaces. Like, I'm here at this location, and I can't connect anything down here. I mean, that's... Am I reading the cosmos wrong, or... Like, it says you must either connect below or take 2 damage to connect to the... You can? Are you sure? You must either connect below or take 2 damage and connect to the bottommost revealed. You're not bound by the empty spaces. I've always played bound by empty space too. That's why I'm wondering. Okay, well, yeah, let's see the ruling. That could make a huge difference. Maybe I've been playing this wrong the whole... So spend extra time, put the choice of using it. No, it has to be revealed location. You must take 2 damage and connect to the bottommost revealed location in a direction of your choice. So the only... Like, I can't put it here. I can't put it to the right. So it would have to go to this space. Yeah, Sub-Zero. It's like, if I can put it here, well, great. I mean, I get away. But for some reason, I feel like that's not something I can do. I've never played it that way. I mean, I'm all for breaking the rules to get out of the get out of this terrible situation, but let me see. Page 17 of the FAQ. All right. I am going to look it up. Just for my own personal satisfaction. I mean, the game really hinges on this, because if that location is the Black Throne, I might be able to win, which is crazy to me. All right, let's go. Let's go find the FAQ. I should have it on my phone, but I don't. All right, FAQ, page 17. We may all learn something here today about how Before the Black Throne works. Before the Black Throne. When a location is connected via the Cosmos deck, or when the placement of the location moves during the scenario, can it be placed in a spot where there is no empty space? Yes, empty space serves as a method to judge the distance from one location to another and as a place for certain enemies to spawn and move through. It does not require that there be empty space in the spot where the location is placed or moved to. Daniel is correct. The FAQ has spoken. I have learned something today. We get to put the infinity of darkness below us, which I guess makes sense, but maybe I have just been playing this game harder than I thought. Okay, so what did I do here? Oh right, I'd taken my second action to do that. Okay. Yes. Kudos to Daniel. Everybody send a tip Daniel's way. He might win us this game. Okay, now the question remains. If I go into this space right now, the dancer gets me. I would take 2 damage and a horror, which means I wouldn't be able to... So I think I have to stop where I am. So here's my thinking. If this is in fact the Black Throne, 25% chance. If I move there now as my final action, the dancer and the acolyte will hit me. I always play it that the dancer, if it can double hunt to get to you, it double hunts. Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like, technically it's 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can do it. I think I stay where I am, because then the dancer could go here, right? Dancer doesn't know I'm going this way, so dancer can go here as legal. He could double hunt to this darkness. Yeah, I'm going to stay where I am, because if this is the spot, what I can do next turn is move, take an attack of opportunity, and play Drawn to the Flame for the win. Basically, that's my only play at this point. Unless I can somehow find a whole bunch more clues. Okay, so I'm going to stay where I am. How much Doom do I have in play? 2. There's 3 of 8. Well... final action, I'm going to play the tower for a resource and a doom, and then I'm going to move some doom to Sin Eater. All right, we did it. Okay, here we go. Are we going to win this one, or are we going to die in a... we move a doom, which is fine, I guess. We weren't going to worry about it anyway. Where's my... Yeah. All right, let's get rid of that. So there were 3, now there should be 2. Is there another doom hiding somewhere? Anyway, it's not going to matter. All right, we add a doom. We draw our encounter card, which is another dancer. So yeah, this game is going to be done regardless. The dancer had to hunt, so the dancer hunted over here. This guy should be ready. Yeah, there's a doom. I think I'm missing one doom somewhere, but it's okay. Oh no, there's 3. I forgot about this dude. There should be 3 plus 2. 1, 2, 3, 4 doom. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay. Last turn. There's only one thing we can do. Flip. All right, who thinks this is it? Who thinks this is the Black Throne? Do we win this one, or do we die when everything jumps on us? Here we go. No! Wasn't to be. Wasn't meant to be. So we have to discard a card from hand or take a damage. Wait a sec here. Wait 1 second. Okay, so can we... Okay. Oh, who is this? Oh, go away. Ageless Aquarium. Okay, so here we are. I am saying we move this to an adjacent space. I have 2 actions left. I could move it twice and try this one over here. But do I have enough? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If I can conveyor belt my way over to the right, it's just, do I have the actions to do it? Okay, let me think here. So I have 2 actions remaining. I could take... so if I go move up and over, I'd take 2 attacks of opportunity. And then the dancer gets me. So I'd be down to 5, I'd be down to 4 health, 1 health left. I think I've got a shot, actually. Oh, right. I didn't realize that. So I've been playing this scenario wrong for like ever. You're right. I can move it twice to the right, take 2 attacks of opportunity. And then the dancer will hunt over. Then I move up. Okay, yeah. So next 2 actions. we zoop over here. Actually, what I'm going to do to make this safer, I am going to use one action. We're going to play... I can kill the Acolyte with my explosive ward, but then if I draw the ectoplasmic horror, I die. That would be so sad. It would be so sad if I draw my ectoplasmic horror. Yeah, it's 3 damage, but I 1, 2, 3 evade, move. Yeah, it's tough. All right, we explosive ward him. He gets blown up, and I move 1 space. Word of woe. Yeah, I could try that too. That would be maybe the safer play, but what's he got for agility? Oh, how much? Well, there's a lot of empty space out there. One of those could be the ectoplasmic horror. Ah, dear. Word of woe. I place a doom on it and I get to evade. I'd be going 4v2. Here and beside me? Oh, I guess so, eh? So that empties, that goes there. Yeah, I'm going to go with that. We're going to play risk. Going to be risky. All right, so we're going to upkeep. Okay, so during enemy phase, so the Piper can't move through space. So he can just suck it. This guy can move here. We draw a Ghastly Possession, which is awesome with the Onyx Pentacle. Okay, we add a Doom. There's 5 of 8 Doom. We draw an encounter card, which is that, which... do we just add a Doom? Yeah, we're doomed anyway, so it's either going to be this one or it's not. I don't think we have any other, unless we have some way of hoovering our way up north. We're going to add a Doom. Okay, well, it's our turn. So we're going to take... Oh, I had to discard a card. I'm going to discard the Perception because I don't need it. All right, so we use an action to move zoink there. We put another empty space. That's our first action. Okay, bets on whether this is the Black Throne. Second action, we move up. Oh! Oh! Oh, oh, oh! Unbelievable. Daniel, you just won the game. You just won the freaking game. Black Throne has X Shroud, where X is half the doom on Azathoth, which is 0. Screw that. Drawn to the Flame. I don't have a way of getting 2 clues, so we're going to go... well, let's see. Before we do that... we would have gotten a Guts. So we play the Drawn to the Flame. We get the thing that does 4. We just need to pass this. We'll add a Doom to Blood Pact. So we're going to go 6. We'll commit the Guts to go 7, 8. That's a -2. Yes! Yes! Amina does it! Amina has done it. Unbelievable. So if I was going to ever have another child, I would name it Daniel, because Daniel won that game for me. I did not know that you could do that, but we did it. I can't believe it. So, can Amina win? Yes, Amina can win. Can she win solo? Yes, she can win solo. Yes, Amina's pretty... If you've got a good... If you're smart about building a deck, I think Amina can do very, very well. So, yeah, we Drawn to the Flame. We pull the 2 clues off of the Black Throne. Yes, they sure did, Philomas. Having the Piper and 2 Mindless Dancers on the table is basically game over for this deck. It's not built to deal with enemies, and I wouldn't try to deal with the Dancers anyway, because they have 5 health apiece, and trying to kill them is nigh impossible. Wow. That is, well, what a nice way to end the night on. To get a solo victory against Before the Black Throne is no easy feat. Oh, my draw deck was empty too, so I would have taken a horror, so I had 8. I had 8 horror on me. No damage, 8 horror though. That's right. Like, without the chat, this was probably a defeat. So thank you very much, chat, for helping me out. Oh, I wasn't playing the this was so basically what I did, Eye of Braille, is I built a deck to beat Before the Black Throne. It has 17 XP in it. And so that was sort of the amount of XP I'm confident that I could probably earn over the course of a campaign. I was going for which is it, R2 or R3? R3 is the true victory. So I designed the deck so it could do all of our... oh no, R3 you have to reject your fate. Oh no, it's 2 of the following, right? So in order to get R3, you need 2 of the following to be true: Scraps of Torn Shadow and Wisps of Spectral Mist. So the Scrap of Torn Shadow you get from the first one, from the Witching Hour, if you discover clues there, and Wisp is from Wages of Sin, which means you only need 1 heretic. So I assumed throughout this campaign that I would, and I've played Witching Hour with this deck, with a level 0 Amina deck, and I got 8 XP and the Scrap of Torn Shadow. So it's really just, can I get a heretic in Wages of Sin? If I can do that and gain enough XP. Oh, the empty space. There was the sickle. Oh! It was this one here. The ectoplasmic horror was on the table. So he was never a threat. Yeah, so basically what I'll do now is, now that I have a deck that can beat the final scenario, I will go back and I have built a level 0 version of the deck, and then I will try to earn 17 XP. The tricky thing with playing solo is that you tend to earn a lot less XP than you do in multiplayer. So I try to keep the XP of my decks very, very low in order to be able to have any sort of realistic expectation of earning that much. Now, if you were to say play this deck in multiplayer or like 2-player, you know, sky's the limit, right? You could upgrade the Grisly Totems to make those better. You could upgrade, you know, Deny Existence, all that stuff. But I find that if you say build a 35 XP deck to beat Before the Black Throne, and then you try to... I looked it down the rabbit hole, Fullemus, and I don't think it really works for this deck. Largely because I don't have a lot of cards I'm upgrading the level 0 versions of. Like, I need to buy the Astronomical Atlas. Defiance level 0 is fine. Most of my events are level 0 events. The Grisly Totem, I think the level 0 version is fine. Like, it would be really nice to have the higher level one, but it's not necessary. So I just found, and you know, the charms, like the Onyx Pentacle and the Dowsing Rod, I have no plans on upgrading them. So there's really no need for down the rabbit hole. Now, my Agnes Baker deck that I play has down the rabbit hole and is fully upgraded for something like 14 XP. And that basically, I upgrade everything with down the rabbit hole. I just heard a ding. I don't know what the ding means, but thank you very much for the ding. Yeah, the Grisly Totem Astronomical Atlas combo is nice. I find that you really, the Atlas is necessary. The Totem isn't necessary. But I've played games where I haven't drawn the Atlas and the deck sort of spins out. I looked at Living Ink and I found it really underwhelming at level 0. Again, that's one of those cards that, say, if I wasn't capping myself arbitrarily at, say, 17 XP, I would put Living Ink in the deck, and I would probably spend enough XP to get the one where to get the upgrade that means you don't have to use it every turn. You get to pick which turns you use it, and then I would pick the upgrade that gets you another skill. So you would have say intellect and combat as the skills. I have played with Matastrophic once. Only once. We played during the Horrors Without Borders event. We played the new scenario by what's his name? The Beard made, and he was playing Jenny, of course. But yeah, if you weren't capping the XP, Living Ink is another card I would look at. I don't know what I would necessarily take out for it. But the deck is pretty tight. Oh yeah, okay, I could see that. If Down the Rabbit Hole makes Living Ink free, then that wouldn't be too bad. That might actually be a way of squeezing Living Ink in the deck without inflating the XP total too much, because I find in this particular campaign the first couple scenarios are pretty heavily weighted in XP. Like you can get 8 in Witching Hour, and then you can get 2, 3, maybe even 4 in At Death's Doorstep, and then after like Secret Name is just I think 2 XP. And then I forget what For Greater Good has. Wages of Sin is awful. Like that one, you're just trying to get out with a heretic, basically. That's, if you do that, you've won and quit before you die. You can pick up 4 in Union and Disillusion, but that's tough. Like it's a tough scenario to play as it is. The other consideration with this is that, you know, I'm playing this without trauma, right? And so if you had trauma, I probably wouldn't have, you know, full health or full sanity, which also makes a big difference. Or I think would make a big difference. And I don't have an ally in this deck because I just couldn't find one that fit. Like Elle would fit, but she costs XP and I had to draw the line somewhere. I think that one of the biggest problems with level 0 Amina is that she just has no ally to play. Like I've looked at, there's the Spirit that gives her an extra arcane slot, but of course that doesn't do her any good. I looked at, who's the witch? Alyssa Graham. She might be a possibility because she gives you an extra intellect, but you know, to use her ability, you're adding Doom, and at level 0, Amina doesn't have Sin Eater to deal with the Doom yet, so that's putting pressure on a limited resource, an already limited resource. Like you can't really hit up Doom a lot with Amina at level 0, so throwing extra Doom would be hard. Yeah, I liked the idea. When I initially was looking at Amina, I was looking at Summon Servitor as a way to get rid of the Doom on my assets. So you wait to play the Summon Servitor and then bounce whatever you've got Doom on. But I haven't tried that one yet. The problem is, again, with Summon Servitor, it's like at level 0, the Summon Servitor doesn't do anything. Just sits on the table and moves around, which doesn't have health, doesn't have sanity. You know, it's kind of a pain that way. So yeah, I kind of wish like they would create an ally for Amina that she could use at level 0, and then yeah, I guess the other option is, and actually if I was to play this deck through a campaign, I mean, there's Always in the Thick of It, which feels like a bit of a cheat all the time because you just get to start with 3 XP, but you might actually need that. And then if you've got 3 XP to play with, well, then things open up a little bit more. But I was trying to build a deck without In the Thick of It because it just seems like I mean, the card could go in every deck, you know, without thinking, really. So yeah, I have used Sin Eater to ready the Grizzly Totem too. You can get 2 Grizzly Totem uses if you play your cards right. All right. Well, I think Matastrophic made the point that he wishes Amina had some XP to start with, like she could use 5 XP, because all of her, I mean, all the toys she really needs to get going are cost XP. So it would make sense to give her some XP. And considering that her signature cards are kind of meh, like they don't have icons on them, which sucks. And the whole, if one is in the discard pile, you may shuffle it into your deck thing just never, I mean, the games never last long enough that happens. But it is after midnight here, so I am going to wrap things up. If you guys have any final questions you want to ask, just fire them off in the chat. Otherwise, I'm going to go and celebrate my victory. Thanks to everyone who tuned in tonight in an impromptu stream. I am planning to stream more regularly in the future. And play some more games and stream more. There's a whole I am planning to stream both the Edge of the Earth campaign as well as Scarlet Keys. I haven't played either of those, so I will definitely be making my way through those. I'm thinking of playing Amina through Scarlet Keys. We'll see how that works out, but right now I'm pretty happy with how the deck is performing, and it can win, so that's all that matters. Well, I'm glad I am testing out the tabletop simulator format. If you do enjoy it, I may end up switching to it. I find I do like my Octagon, but tabletop does certainly have a very it is visually appealing. I will give it that. So thank you. I did share the deck earlier. I will share the deck one more time in the chat for those of you who would like to take a look at it. And I would probably do a little write-up for it and post it to the in ArkhamDB. No problem, Adam. So I am going to take off. Thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in tonight. It was fun to stream again, and it's also nice to win occasionally, and to put up a victory solo against Before the Black Throne is very nice indeed. So I hope that you will all tune in to future streams. Make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. All that YouTube stuff, you know what to do. And I will talk to you all later. Have a fantastic evening, everyone. Take care.